maturity, owning his shortcomings and his weaknesses and the areas that he's got to get better at, and he's got plenty of them. And to be a great player, and to be a guy that we say is special, but I really have seen that growth that was so obvious. And sometimes you find out like Dodd was an aha, that I had to see it, over and over and over before I became convinced. From Carlos and attitude and work ethic and leadership, all those things, it was very obvious all through winter conditioning and spring. Okay, he's got different looking you in the eyes. He's not turning the other way when he sees you coming down the hallway. He's like, "What's up?" And then that "what's up" comes from a guy that is confident. He's paid a price. He's in the middle of paying that price. He's owning good and bad. He's like, "What you got for me today, Coach?" So those three guys, and then again, Ben in particular. No one's more invested than him, and then Cordray. So those are the obvious choices, and I'm hopeful that we can throw some other names in there, over the course of the next month and first half of the season. That ultimately we're going to be a contributor to our success. And our team's success, that we're going to need that growth and development with more than just those guys.
Does it help that you kind of went through a similar situation last year as far as having so many?
I think it's different, and I think it's the same. And okay, they have X number of numbers to replace the starters,
right.
But I think we had more guys that had more of a resume coming into it. That Shaq had more of a resume than Cleveland Farrell, and Kevin Dodd really didn't have much of a resume, and kind of like Cleveland. But they're not, to say they're going to be the same, I think is being pretty foolish. 2 years, maybe a year, maybe 6 games. I don't know. I'd be surprised. But I was surprised by Kevin Dodd's growth and development. He was a fourth-year player out of college, out of high school. He's a full-grown man, and so he had been through a lot and had learned from some great players. Cleveland just got here, and he's got a lot. I think he's got a great foundation. I think he's got an incredible future, and I say those things because he's got length, he's got size, he's got athletic ability, he's got work ethic, he's got intelligence, he's coachable. He's humble. I can say those things with, with assuredness. But, all the other things that are equally important, I don't know. I could say a lot of those things about, Kevin Dodd a year ago too. And but Shaq had resume. There's not much of a resume between with Austin Bryant and Cleveland Farrell. Austin played a little bit. But when Shaq got in, my man Shaq led our team in tackles for loss and was terrific when he got in. Austin was solid and hadn't played much though. So and we need more than those two. And Richard Yeargin has gotten in, and Richard's he's at 260 plus pounds. He's over 260 now, and it's good on his frame. It's not loose weight. And it's important to him. And he is intelligent. He's a great worker. And all this, but will he finish? Does he have toughness? Does he develop? Is he going to add to the cohesion that we need him to? There is no resume there other than the things I just said. Shaq was playing meaningful snaps. BJ had been in meaningful snaps at another position, TJ Green, he was the backup and had 45 plus tackles. Had played. He was a third-year player, with incredible skill. But he was a third-year guy, and that maturity matters. Matters a lot. So anyway, it's not the same in to me the most important ways, but that doesn't mean we can't equal, if not better, either. But to pronounce and and think again, and you got all this talent, and talent, that's fine. That gives you a chance, but just that a chance. And again, we had talent in 2012 too. And a lot of those guys that were on that defense were also part of the 2014 defense that was dominant. But in 2012, we weren't very good. And, but I think through experience and improvement and maturity, development in their skill set, leadership, all those things, I think we got better. And so it's exciting, though. I think we do have a good attitude with a good group of the guys, and talent and all those kind of things. I can